What is up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Dave here, Dave's RC, and so we're finally done, you guys. We got it done. This is not the battery I will be using in this plane when it's time to go fly, but one of the last things that we had to accomplish before we could actually even start talking about putting this thing up in the air for a maiden was that I had to get the rudders, which this is a dual rudder plane, so the F-14 has a board that everything plugs into. This one doesn't. So what you do is you have to have either a three-headed servo wire. So you got your servo extension that comes out, and then you have to have three separate ones dangling down in order to get this to work right. Or you get a long two-ended servo lead. Plug both of your servos for your rudders in, and then run them all the way down the plane up till you get to here. And then right here, right out of there, where my finger's pointing, right out of there, is where all these wires come down. They all come down, you feed them all the way down, all the way up through, and then there's going to be a part that comes out. You're going to have your servo lead that comes out. Now those two, that is a double, okay? That goes all the way back to your rudders. And then what you do is you take another Y, and you plug the Y into that, and then your steerable nose wheel. And la-di-da, we have rudders and steerable nose wheel. Congratulations, it is accomplished. So guys, super excited. All I have to do is glue on a couple of little cosmetic pieces back here, and it looks like we'll be taking this plane up sometime this week to the flying field to go ahead and get a maiden done on it. I haven't decided what color I'm going to go on the nose. Larry, thanks for the bit of advice there. Larry's a longtime friend of mine on YouTube. You go over and check out his channel. I'm trying to think of what he actually calls his RC channel. I can't think of what he calls his RC channel. Anyhow, you guys can look in the comments below. You'll see him leaving comments. Check out his channel. He's a wonderful dude, great pilot. And he also does the same thing that I do. Some of these unedited videos where he basically he doesn't do any unboxings that I've noticed. But what he does do is he gets these planes, assembles them, and he puts them up in the air and flies them. Little to no commentary, but it works. It's a great channel. Check him out, Larry. He left a comment and said, "Dave, why don't you paint the nose of this thing black?" And I started looking at the plane, and I'm like, well, it does have some black in it. You got black here. The Scorpion's black, you know. That's a great idea. If I painted it red, it's just going to add to this blur of red that's already in it. If I paint this black, I'm going to absolutely know that that's the front of the plane. Anytime I see black, a solid chunk of black, I'll know that's the nose of the plane. I'll know whether it's coming towards me. I'll know whether it's going away from me. I'll know whether I'm banking left or if I'm banking right, just by the color of that nose being black. That's a great comment, Larry. I'm glad you left it. So the nose of this plane will indeed be getting painted black. Go, Larry. You rock. Check out his channel. Awesome pilot, guys. Really nice guy, too. And he is like me. He'll respond to all of your comments if you have anything to say. You're not going to have to wait a week for a reply. He's right on top of it. Always checking his reply, always checking his messages, and always eager to send out a reply to everybody that's watching his channel. Just like myself, just like Skip, just like all of us guys in the Too Deep out on the West Coast. That guy's got a lot of subs, and he still manages to write back every single one of his comments. So kudos to those guys, kudos to me, kudos to everyone that's in this hobby. Kudos to the Scorpion. The 80mm Scorpion on the table, ready to go. Just got to get this painted, screw it on, and we're ready to go, man. Everything is in go mode right now for this thing. Might have to trim out the nose wheel a little bit. I'm not sure. Won't know until I get it on the ground and start taxiing it around. But Fireblade, there you go, man. There's a good look inside of this thing for you. You can see right all the way back to the EDF, man. And plenty of space for a 5,000. It calls for a 4,000, so I'm thinking a 4,500 to a 5,200, guys, should set this plane straight. This plane has a horrible problem with bouncing on the landings. I guarantee you, you put a heavier battery in this thing, it ain't bouncing freaking nowhere, dude. I'm telling you right now, you put a heavy battery in this plane, she is not bouncing on the landing. She's gonna stick. You put anything less than a 5,000 or a 4,000 in this thing, or maybe even a 4,000, I think you may get that bouncing tendency that this thing has. So I always go heavy. I always go heavier on the batteries, and I always stick my landings. Not always, but I stick them more than I bounce. I don't think I really ever have bounced on a landing. So that'll be something new for me anyway. So that's it, guys. All working, ready to go. Now it's just time to get it up in the air and get her trimmed out and get her ready to start flying. Because I have a gut feeling like with the 262, I'm going to be flying this one a lot. It's a single battery, single engine plane, and I just absolutely love those types of planes because the ME262, as much as I love flying that thing, it just absolutely sucks batteries just clean dry, and it doesn't even take a lot to do it. So these ones are a little bit easier on the batteries. You get a little longer flight times out of them, and they're just all kinds of fun to fly. So I'll have this one and the Sabre out at the flying field, and we'll be going back and forth flying this in the Sabre. And also my P-47, I'm fixing that right now tonight as we speak, so that'll be up and going. I'm Dave, this is Dave's RC. We'll see you guys later. Peace.